Therefore, Perlita and Bernard and Robo Knight, DJ Dave, Eloise, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, for Brian and some of those men to show me those images would mean that at one time when I was living on this planet out here or in Colorado, that in fact I was an Israeli Jew, evolved in a different place. Then they swapped it to Christianity and put Kim or whoever there is the totem pole, or Joe's little special select that I haven't seen forever. But basically, if I saw that basically proves I was a part of that world, and you guys tore it apart because your fag got jealous because he was rejected. And that's not what that stuff's for. They knew that some of us were a part of a real eye that was used during a war, and they want to reconstruct it so we don't have to live in a crap pile. Well, you want to be careful, because when he touched that stuff, it might have been facing the same direction as what Stan hovered and cracked everything out. And you guys saw another thing. That was probably my wife, Perlita, who was a Spanish Jew. And that's why he's afraid of the top hat and lies to them. But the whole point is, Joe, you coming in, Geico Markdown Joe, to like save the world and make it easy and fair and split it up, didn't help anything. It made it worse, because you're a dumb hick that doesn't know what he's talking about. You're a crappy land surveyor. You should learn to observe your world first before you attempt to build anything, which is a basic fucking principle. You wanted me to learn that, but you want to be the holiday rapist and put your children in power. And basically, Joe, because of your Nazi ideals and communist ways with that man, you don't know what you're talking about. You're making the city and the world go broke, asserting that you're a ruler of a line, that the rulers were actually children, but you adults are jealous and use it to build your paradise, and then tell everybody what to do to build the city, and you look like a bunch of fucking idiots who mutilated and raped their children. And maybe that culture or that dynasty never did. But since you guys were never alive then, you're going based upon an assumption that you think a Radio Shack toy or whatever is going to tell you the truth. Then, I'm telling you, that guy down there, he knows some stuff, but he doesn't know everything. And if he wanted it to work for real, then you guys would have kept your peepees out of the assholes of boys and girls, because they didn't want it. So, get it, Indian Story and Elton and you guys? You just did it to make money, and they let you. Now you're $19 trillion broke. And other countries wise up, like Spain and all them, who already work the right way. It comes down to who leaves their country for freedom or not. Do you got pieces of it that work in the United States? Yes. Are you going to know about those communities? Probably not. And if you walked into them, just like you ghetto stylers like to do it in your messed up cities, and you walked in those cities, like down south there's some, in the United States or some, but if you walk into those communities, chances are, if they don't know you, they'll put a bullet in your cranium, because they got sick of this shit a long time ago from the groups of you who think you're gods of the earth when you're not.